Coming to you from Atlanta, this is Voice Over Work, an audiobook sampler. Where do you listen? This is your host, Russell, and today is October 23rd, 2023. Nick Trenton is the author of today's featured book, The Art of Letting Go. This book is full of practical advice and actionable items to help get you out of your mind and into your life. It contains exercises for practicing non-judgment and observation over your emotions, untangling the toxic beliefs of urgency and danger in your brain, how to use brain dumping in the most calming way possible, exercises for self-distancing and externalization, as well as defeating your drive for perfection and finding a drive for excellentism. We're glad you're with us today as we present this chapter-by-chapter preview of The Art of Letting Go by Nick Trenton. Chapter 1. The Art of Letting Go. Letting go can be one of the most challenging and yet transformative experiences in life. Whether it's letting go of a relationship, a job, a dream, a belief, or a behavior, the act of releasing something that individuals have held onto for a long time can feel like a loss, a failure, or a betrayal of themselves. At the same time, however, it can also be liberating, empowering, and enlightening as individuals open themselves up to new possibilities, insights, and growth. This is a powerful book that offers readers a new perspective on the art of releasing emotional burdens. Whether individuals are struggling to let go of a past relationship or trying to break free from negative thought patterns, this book is a must-read. Written with deep compassion and insight, it empowers readers to shed the weight of emotional baggage and find the courage to move on to a happier, healthier future. Drawing upon both life experiences and psychological techniques, the author reveals the secrets to releasing what no longer serves humans and embracing the beauty of letting go. The book delves into topics such as self-awareness, acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude, mindfulness, compassion, and resilience, and shows how they can foster a sense of inner peace, clarity, and purpose. The book also addresses common myths and misconceptions about letting go, such as the idea that it means giving up or forgetting, and offers a more nuanced and empowering perspective that honors our past, present, and future selves. Whether individuals are struggling with a particular challenge or seeking to cultivate a more mindful and meaningful life, this book will provide them with insights and inspiration to help them let go of what no longer serves them and embrace what does. Is everyone ready to embark on this journey of letting go? Letting go is often used in psychology to describe the process of releasing attachments to something or someone. It may refer to letting go of negative thoughts, emotions, or behaviors that hold an individual back from reaching their full potential. At its core, letting go is all about surrendering control and allowing oneself to move on from situations that may no longer serve a person's best interests. As the reader begins this chapter, they'll be introduced to three important concepts: dichotomy of control, non-judgmental thinking, and self-distancing. Each of these ideas builds on one another, offering a key understanding of how to approach various situations in life. On one hand, the principle of dichotomy of control emphasizes the importance of focusing on what can be controlled, rather than worrying about the things that cannot. This concept is especially useful when trying to navigate certain challenges or obstacles. Meanwhile, non-judgmental thinking encourages the reader to approach situations with an open and accepting mind, free from biases and assumptions. Finally, the concept of self-distancing offers techniques for gaining a more objective perspective, particularly when dealing with emotionally charged situations. These three concepts work in tandem to help the reader cultivate a more balanced and effective approach to problem solving and decision making. Dichotomy of control. Chapter 2. Breaking the chains of negativity. Human beings tend to be their own harshest critics, constantly berating themselves for their perceived shortcomings and mistakes. This chapter will explore the powerful concept of breaking the chains of negativity. By doing so, people can learn to let go of their inner critic and the negativity it breeds. Changing one's mentality from perfectionism to excellentism can make all the difference in one's life. Additionally, practicing non-attachment and curating one's media consumption are two other tools people can use to break free from negative thought patterns. So hurry and start this journey of self-discovery while learning how to break free from the chains of negativity. Letting go of your inner critic. Many are all too familiar with that little nagging voice in their heads that seems to only spout criticism and negative thoughts. This internal monologue can take many different forms, from scolding one for a mistake one made to questioning why they can't seem to get their act together. Regardless of the specifics, this voice can be a constant source of frustration and anxiety. While it's true that everyone experiences this self-talk in their own unique way, it's important to recognize that it's a perfectly normal and common aspect of the human experience. By learning to better understand and manage one's inner critic, people can cultivate greater self-compassion, let go of negative ruminations, and approach the world with a healthier mindset. The concept of the inner critic is a widely recognized phenomenon in the field of psychology. It refers to the negative voice that many of us have in our heads that judges, shames, and criticizes us for our perceived flaws and shortcomings. This inner voice can be particularly loud during moments of vulnerability and can be a major barrier to personal growth and development. Cultural norms often reinforce the belief that feedback given in the form of criticism and guilt-inducing comments will motivate behavior. However, the idea that negative reinforcement leads to positive change has been disputed by experts. When someone is criticized, the result can often lead to increased feelings of shame, fear, and resentment. Although it can give individuals a sense of control, these types of comments can lead to a negative cycle of self-doubt and criticism. Even when people use these thoughts with themselves, it can further perpetuate their inner critic and leave them feeling stuck. It's important to recognize the detrimental effects of harsh criticism and, instead, strive for constructive feedback that leads to positive growth and development. Despite one's best efforts, everyone has that little voice inside their heads that tells them they're not good enough, their inner critic. It's that nagging feeling that one is not smart enough, not talented enough, not thin enough, not successful enough, and so on. The inner critic can be harsh and unforgiving, and it can hold people back from achieving their goals and living their best lives. Whether it's comparing themselves to others or feeling like an imposter, the inner critic can be a constant source of anxiety and self-doubt. But the good news is that by recognizing and challenging one's inner critic, people can learn to silence it and live more confident, fulfilling lives. Chapter 3, The Growth Mindset. There's a powerful connection between having a growth mindset and being able to let go. When people cultivate a growth mindset, they believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and persistence, rather than being fixed traits. This perspective empowers them to see failures and setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. By embracing a growth mindset, they're more likely to let go of limiting beliefs and self-doubt and instead focus on their ability to learn and improve. They become less attached to their mistakes and more willing to take risks, which can lead to greater success and fulfillment in all areas of their lives. Letting go becomes easier when they trust in their own abilities and know that they can continue to grow and improve over time. Embracing change. Embracing change is essential to a growth mindset because it allows individuals to view challenges and setbacks as opportunities for learning and development. Therefore, having a growth mindset is crucial when it comes to letting go. By possessing a growth mindset, individuals understand that the mere threat of failure is not an endpoint, but rather a stepping stone to success. This perspective allows them to approach any given situation with a sense of curiosity and openness to learning. It allows them to let go of outdated beliefs and negative self-talk, and they're able to embrace new challenges and opportunities for growth. Whether it's forgiving oneself for past mistakes or moving on from toxic relationships, letting go requires a willingness to release the things that hold one back and embrace the limitless possibilities of the future. A growth mindset is the belief that one's abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Individuals with a growth mindset see failure as a temporary setback and use it as a stepping stone to improve and grow. Change is an inevitable part of life, and individuals who embrace it are more likely to adapt to new situations, learn new skills, and grow as individuals. Change often brings challenges, and individuals who approach those challenges with a growth mindset are more likely to learn from them and find solutions to overcome them. For example, imagine a student who receives a poor grade on a test. A fixed mindset would view this as a reflection of their intelligence and ability, leading them to feel defeated and give up. A growth mindset, on the other hand, would view the poor grade as an opportunity to learn from their mistakes, identify areas where they need to improve, let go of the unnecessary guilt, and develop a plan to do better next time. Embracing change also allows individuals to take risks and step outside of their comfort zones. When people are open to new experiences and willing to take risks, they're more likely to discover new passions, develop new skills, and achieve their goals. In essence, embracing change is elemental to a growth mindset because it allows individuals to view challenges as opportunities for growth and development. It enables individuals to adapt to new situations, learn new skills, and take risks that lead to personal growth and achievement. Fear of change is a common human emotion, and it can be driven by a variety of psychological factors. Zavel, Markowitz, and Weber conducted a study to Chapter 4, Psychological Strategies for Letting Go. Letting go of negative self-scripts is a difficult task, but it's essential to one's mental health and well-being. One approach that has proven to be successful is externalization, also known as narrative therapy. This technique involves separating oneself from one's negative thoughts and beliefs and seeing them as an external entity that they have the power to control. Externalization will allow readers to distance themselves from their problems by personifying their issues and viewing them from an objective point of view, promoting self-awareness and a healthier perspective. By incorporating these techniques, readers will be able to gain greater insight into themselves, their thoughts, and their behaviors, ultimately leading to a more positive and fulfilling life. Through this strategy, people can begin to rewrite their own narrative and let go of harmful self-talk. This process may be challenging, but with the help of a therapist or self-reflection, people can begin to shift their mindset and cultivate a more positive self-image. The journey toward self-acceptance is ongoing, but with psychological strategies, such as externalization, people can take small steps toward letting go of their negative self-scripts. Letting go of negative self-scripts. People often find themselves engaging in a negative inner dialogue that seems to be on repeat. That's what Albert Ellis, the founder of rational emotive behavioral therapy referred to as stinking thinking. Negative scripts are essentially the pessimistic ways people think about themselves, others, or the world in general. These unconscious patterns play in the background of their minds, subtly influencing their perceptions and actions. They're like the soundtracks to their lives, and if not recognized and replaced with positive scripts, they can lead to self-sabotage and a downward spiral of negativity. But fear not, with awareness and practice, people can rewrite their inner dialogue, let go of the negative scripts, and cultivate a more optimistic outlook. Beliefs hold so much power over one's life, yet so many unwittingly carry negative scripts that they've developed over time. These scripts are based on mistaken beliefs they formed during their early years, and they have a way of chipping away at their happiness and sense of self-worth. The thing is, the negative files in one's unconscious mind can be replaced by positive ones. It takes work, of course, but the payoff is huge. It's like going through a closet and getting rid of old clothes that don't fit anymore. Once people clear out the old stuff, they make room for better, more empowering beliefs that help them lead a happier, more fulfilling life. So people shouldn't let those negative old scripts hold them back. People have the power to rewrite their story and create a brighter, more positive future for themselves. Negative self-talk can keep people stuck in the past pain and resentment by reinforcing negative beliefs about themselves and others. When people constantly berate themselves and ruminate on negative experiences, it can create a cycle of self-blame and shame, leading to feelings of helplessness and hopelessness. This can make it difficult to move forward and let go of past hurts. On the other hand, letting go of negatives. Chapter 5, Moving Beyond the Hurt. In life, people are bound to encounter hurt and pain caused by others, and it can be challenging to move past these negative experiences. However, holding on to anger, resentment, and negative feelings can weigh people down and prevent them from living a fulfilling life. This chapter delves into the difficult yet freeing process of leaving toxic relationships behind and stepping into a brighter future. It's about learning to forgive those who have caused pain, and most importantly, about letting go of the resentment that holds one back. By gaining a new perspective, people can release themselves from the grip of bitterness and anger and move toward a place of healing and growth. It takes courage to break free from toxic people and the hurt they cause, but this chapter offers guidance and tools to help readers take that first step toward a healthier, happier life. Break free from toxic people. All individuals, at some point in their lives, have come across someone who left them feeling drained, frustrated, or even upset. These people are commonly referred to as toxic. Recognizing and handling toxic people can greatly improve lives and pave the way for a healthier and more positive lifestyle. Unfortunately, dealing with toxic people is not always easy, as they can mask their behavior and intentions in ways that can be deceptive. But by identifying toxic traits and behaviors, people can better protect themselves and even reduce their own toxic tendencies. Defining what it means to be a toxic person can be challenging because of the complexity of the traits and behaviors involved. A toxic person is skilled at deflecting responsibility and blaming others, preying on the goodwill or fear of others, and manipulating situations to their advantage. One common tactic of a toxic person is gaslighting, where they make someone else feel like they are the problem, causing confusion and self-doubt. However, it is essential to recognize and define what constitutes toxic behavior to deal with negative relationships effectively. Labeling someone as a toxic person can be helpful in identifying harmful behavior patterns, but we must also be cautious not to attach judgment to an individual solely based on their actions. When dealing with toxic people, it's crucial to keep in mind that their behavior is not about us. Individuals should not tolerate toxic behavior, but they can respond in a way that respects both themselves and the other person's struggles. By setting boundaries and acknowledging the reasons behind someone's toxicity, people can maintain a healthy relationship or walk away from a harmful one with empathy and understanding. Cutting out toxic people from one's life is an essential step toward maintaining one's well-being. Toxic individuals can cause mental and emotional exhaustion, chip away at one's self-esteem, and manipulate one's perception of reality. They can create a constant sense of stress and anxiety that can take a toll on an individual's mental and physical health. Studies have shown that people in negative relationships, including marital relationships, are at a greater risk of health problems such as heart disease. Stress and conflict can even impact your body's ability to heal wounds promptly. With all these negative effects. Thank you for listening to Voiceover Work, an audiobook sampler. Where did you listen? This episode is brought to you by Newton Media Group, along with author Nick Trenton. Check out his free resources and join his online email list if you'd like at bit.ly/Nick Trenton, and check us out at newtonmg.com. We'll be back again next week with another audiobook preview of a new title. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great week.